we have not done 1099s for y'all in a really long time. There is a way to do it out of QuickBooks. So what you want to do is come here to expenses and go to vendors. And we don't buy 1099s anymore, so you can't buy them from us. But I want to say that you can print them on plain paper or order them from like Office Depot or Office Max or whatever if you want to print on official 1099s paper and get the envelopes to go with them. So there's the prepared 1099s. One of the things you want to make sure of, I'm going to go to mine just for Henderson's. Just for you know, we do not, and actually this address is wrong. We're not there anymore. But we actually do not need, we are an S Corp, so we don't need a 1099 anymore. So, but for people who are not a corporation who does business with you or whatever, you do want to make sure that this is checked and that there's the Social Security or the EIN number is in there. And I'm going to uncheck me. And I always put a note here. Company and S Corp, so no 1099 needed. Just for that notes there. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that the address is filled out and their company name. And actually we've changed this to CFO and bookkeeping. We did a update. And like if there's an email address or whatever, fill that out as best you can. But then what you do is go back to vendors. So like after you, and how I double check to make sure, actually run a report. So I have all my people, bless you. I have all my people, this W-9, let me share this with everyone. I run this W-9 review. So it's under custom reports. You'll be able to see it now. This is the report that I run. Do it for last year. And I literally go through and I normally export it into Excel. And that way I can do an equal sum. If I'm like, instead of like, these are a lot of small transactions and I can't tell if it's over $600, I'll do an equal sum on it. So anyways, I go through here and I'm like, okay, is there anyone that looks like a vendor that's over $600 that I need to do, send a 1099 to? This we're paying rent to, so this one we should have a 1099 to it. So then what I'll do is I'll right click, make a duplicate of it. And then that is Arden at West Chase. So for rents get a 1099 miscellaneous. Whereas if it's a contract laborer, they get a 1099, what the heck's the new word for it? I can't remember what it is. But anyways, so basically I'll go back to vendors and this Arden at West Chase. So this is they should get one because rents go on a 1099 miscellaneous. So edit. So their name's filled out, their address is filled out. That we do not have this. So I would call them up and request a 1099, and then I would click this because we know that we need to send them a 1099. So I would literally go through and figure out AT&T is a corporation. I don't know what that is, but it's under $300 or under $600. B&B Storage, It's under $600. And then just for you know, if you have a lawyer, if they were paid $1 or more, we need to send them a 1099. This one's under 600. Okay, so this is rentals BMEF Jones. BM. So this one, let's see. That's all filled out. I normally attach the W-9 in here just for you know, that way we have it. And then this one should be checked. I mean, we already have the Social Security or the EIN number. So this one, yeah, this one should be checked. So that one, we don't need their W-9. We just need to have that box checked. I don't know what this one is. This one's rent. So Brown Bear. Edit. So we got this. I would attach the W-9 if we have it. And then this one, yeah, this one we need to have it checked. So just because we're sending like rent payments, we still need, if we paid them for rent, we still need to send them a 1099. And just keep on going through here. Check Camilo, Cameron Brown. That's mileage, but it's also less than 600. Rent, I'd check them. For Charles, if any of this is labor, I would send him a 1099. If it's just reimbursement for, so this one right here, contract, he needs, I mean, I would look at each one of these, but this one for sure, he should be getting a 1099 for. The reimbursements for stays, no. And so how you would do this one, so this one should be coded to like a contract labor. And it is. Whereas the hotel stays, Charles, should be coded to like travel, right? Okay, special programs. Okay, so what we want to do in that case is pretend we double checked everything. We're ready to run 1099s. So we want to go to vendors. So prepare 1099s. So we want to make sure that this is all correct because this is where it's going to be coming from. Confirm and start filing. So, okay, outside contracted services. Okay, it's a 1099 NEC. So basically, if you're going to be buying 1099s from Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Office Max or whatever, you need to buy 1099 miscellaneous for the rent. You need to buy 1099 NECs for the contract labor. So you need to figure out how much you need of both. So this would be correct. Yeah, so all that looks correct. Transitional housing, rental assistant, office rental space. And the other thing is you could like say if you were looking and you saw that you had and I don't even know, but say for instance we have clients who own like ranches and stuff, and they're having lots of like they're having the fences and stuff rerouted, so it's technically like a leasehold improvement, but they have contract labor running through there, right? So we would need to make sure that wherever, like say that and I'm thinking maybe like the Mueller house in this case, like say we have money that we need to it'd be found under like a fixed asset, like furniture, like it wouldn't be land, but you know what I mean? Like you have to make sure that you know where all of the expenses are. And then if we need to add any, like in our case where we have the ranch and we have that contract labor that's being done, but it's all being put into leasehold improvements, we would find it under fixed assets and make sure that that one is clicked for that way they're it would able to find it, because otherwise it is only looking at these boxes, these chart of accounts, where to find where they're coded to. So this is a really important part. And then you would go next. So here's where I have checked, like, yeah, we need to send them, but they're missing the tax ID. So if it's in red, this is what we're missing from them. And then here's everyone else that we have all of the information for, and they're good. So if you want to look at this first to kind of run that, here's a second page. Yep, there's a lawyer, or it might be the accountant. But so anyways, and then you would go next. But first you need to get those ones that are red and make sure that they're still good. So this one, like here's Charles. Let's preview that. So I would make sure that this whole 18,121 is correct, and that there's no of those specials or whatever, or the travel that's in there. So I would double check these numbers before we print them. And I hit close, and I would I would have a running I would have like an Excel spreadsheet. So here's all the NECs and here's the miscellaneouses. So this is the this is the rents basically. And the attorney's fees would show up on here too, if you had any attorneys. But yeah, I would double check those numbers before running it through. And then next again. So basically, this is like the little wizard, and you just walk it through, okay? Anyways, I am going to close out of here, but I wanted to be able to show you where this is, so that you have it. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.